Ah, hello. I'm just killing title screen roaches. Like that one. So... I don't know what happened, but a moment ago OBS just decided to have a fit, and first it disconnected, then it wouldn't respond, so I had to force quit it and start over again. I don't exactly know what the problem was, but... Wow, I just couldn't get that one. Okay, well it seems like it's working now, I guess. Or at least it's worked for 3 or 4 minutes so far. Oops. This is what I get for trying to play the title screen too enthusiastically. Okay, so last week we did... Why are there 2 icons? Okay, never mind. There were 2 icons for OBS because whenever something closes, it likes to leave behind an icon until you scroll your mouse over it. Anyway, so we did Madness in the Spring and Magic Show last week. So I guess Magic Show 2 is the next one. Okay, so let's see. Larry Merck. Yes, the magic show is back in town. This time the magician has a whole new bag of tricks. What are you waiting for? The fans are awaiting your performance. Grab your sword or wand and get going. Magic shop. Grand Illusion. Right. Architect Larry Merck, Testers Doom, Jay Bluestein, Stefan for Luis. Secret path tricks. Okay. The magician must force the citizen to follow the invisible path. That sounds like a pain. Son, the citizen is going to step on the pressure plate way too soon, Dad. Dad, not if the magician knows what he's doing, son. So... Okay, that's the issue. We want to create a maze for this guy. I hope I'm not required maximum efficiency, because I'm never going to achieve that, personally speaking. This seems like a pretty good maze so far. Oh, wait. I can't do it exactly like that. I have to be careful and make sure that I wasn't thinking about this correctly. I was thinking of the pressure plate as his target. So the pressure plate is not his actual current target, which means that I have to somehow arrange things so that it's actually within the path to his target. So this is about the best I can think of to do that. I mean, maybe this is good enough. I don't know. I think I messed it up, though. Let's see. Yeah, I don't see how to make that any longer. But that's probably not long enough now. Okay, let's look at another one. He's not really following an invisible path here. I'm creating a very visible path for him to follow. So how's the magician going to get each pair of doors to open at the same time? Now, if I knew that, then I'd be the one on stage. Okay. Sorry, I knocked over the microphone. Probably made an annoying noise. Well, this is pretty much what I have to do in order to ensure this guy hits his plates whatsoever. Something like this. Yeah, I don't even see how to enter here to get something that's balanced. Are these all going to be stupid trapdoor-based things? Like, I'm going to lose patience with these really quickly. This looks easy. All he has to do is get the citizen to walk over all the pressure plates. Yes, but they must be activated in the correct order. Okay. Since this isn't based on delaying him a specific arbitrary number of turns, I at least feel like I have a moderately better chance of achieving this. So that one, and then that one, so... That's not going to be right. I guarantee the bottom middle one isn't going to be next. See? Oh, it is. What the heck? Oh, okay, they're just in an arc. Okay. I thought it wasn't that conveniently shaped. Now, granted, a convenient shape does not necessarily mean that this will be doable, but... I expected it to be like winding all up and down, back and forth all over the place. Part of the problem with anything like this is that you can't just have a path in mind for whatever you're trying to guide to take. You have to also have a way to create that path without being unable to return. Let me see. Is there a way to have... Let's go up this way first. Wait. This way. Right. There we go. That should work. Yeah, that should work. I can't see any reason for that to not work. Alright. This one I can do because it's not based on meticulously timing everything. It's just creating a path, which is much more reasonable. Okay. Next. Let's see. Mud Baby's tricks. Mud Baby's tricks? Don't you mean Mud Baby tricks? Whatever. The magician will demonstrate his skill in manipulating mud and mud babies. Okay. How's the magician going to trigger that pressure plate? For starters, he better keep those roaches in a line. Uh-huh. Okay. Whatever that means. So, I need to do this, and then open the pressure plate while also killing whatever else there is, okay? So if I just get rid of that and open this, then that's not going to work. So, what if I just let this be grown? Then step away at the moment of growth so that they stay like that. And then carefully kill off the mud mother so I don't have that preventing me from getting a green door. Open. Well, that was easy. That wasn't too hard at all. I guess that was the easy puzzle for this level. I thought there were going to be lots of mud babies. Hang on, there are going to be a lot of mud babies in a minute. So hey, I have 2 spawns, and on the third one I lose the ability to complete the room. So what is the rules here? What is the purpose, the goal, the idea? Hello. I guess the idea here is to spawn as many as you can each time, but also to not kill them somehow? I don't know how to do that. Okay, wait. How many do I even need anyway? I really don't know. Like, I don't understand how I'm supposed to even... Like, how do I... How do I keep any of them alive? Hang on. Okay. Well, I can make exactly 2 this way. Okay, that's what that's about, alright. I can make exactly 4 on this first spawn. Okay. After that I need 5, which seems implausible. Or at least I'm presuming that I need 5, I don't know. Well, maybe I could make 5, actually. Let's see. Those 2... Ah, you're taking too long. Okay, let's... So this is entirely efficiency. I can collect 9 mud babies rather easily. But somehow I have to collect the penultimate 2, like, really fast. Despite the fact that I have to travel farther every time. Like, I have to travel about that far. And by the time I do that... Oh, wait. Duh. There was no reason to keep the mother alive. Yeah, this is Magic Show 2, because it comes right after Magic Show 1. Right, I think that's enough, right? Is that enough? That's not quite enough. What, I need another one? Huh. Oh, I miscounted, I guess. I wonder what I'm missing. So there's no way to get more than 4 this time. And then there's no way to get more than 5 here. So that being obviously true, I have no idea what I'm being expected to do here. I mean, I can make two of them appear right next to me, but then I can't survive that. And that's not helpful. I know there is no way to make more than 5 on the first round. Sorry, more than 4. I wonder if I'm supposed to do something like that. Yeah, that'll do it. There's 3 more in that blob. Okay. I'm so glad my first guess was to use a mud baby to make more of them exist. Although I couldn't possibly, like, without thinking about it carefully, which I haven't done, I couldn't possibly tell you why putting a mud baby in there gave me more than just cutting, if that makes any sense. Like, I can't say why, that's just what my intuition told me to try. There isn't much mud to manipulate here, now is there, Dad? No, there isn't, son. The magician will just have to be most judicious handling what there is. It's a snake puzzle, because of course there is. Why would there ever not be? What I've learned in the course of some recent architecture is if you give me some shallow water so that I can decide what's going on with the snake at any time that I want, I'm actually reasonably good at it. Maybe. But, like, when I just have to deal with the snake's nonsense without having any control over it whatsoever, like this, it's hopeless for me. Why is there a green door trap in that? Oh, wait, it's because that you could otherwise use that as a snake trap. Never mind, I know why. What's this? Uncuttable gel. Dad, I don't get it. If the gel grows, it is uncuttable and the mud baby will get trapped. But if he kills the gel mother, then the final door can't be opened. Yep, looks like quite a conundrum to me. Okay. So what's this business about the final door? I'm confused. What mud baby is getting trapped exactly? I don't know. I don't know what we're talking about here. So I'm just gonna stand here-ish and let the gel do what it wants, I guess. I don't know what it's talking about. Okay, first of all, there are these bombs that just sort of exist. If I get all the way to there, then I can step on this and blow up the bombs and kill anything in that range. Okay. Eventually, I'm supposed to go through here, and something is supposed to happen. And then I also need to press this door. So I don't know. I'm not successfully making much sense of this. I feel almost like, and I know this isn't true, but the room makes me feel like Larry Merk maybe forgot that gel doesn't grow when it's not attached? I mean, I know that's factually not a thing that happened, but that's what it feels like. It feels like this room was built to be tar, but then there was a last-second realization that you could have cut tar that was like this, but then they made it gel, but then it was like, oh, I forgot that gel can't be cut and it can't grow if it's not up against itself. I don't know. Like, what am I even... I don't know. Like, I can easily get to a state where it's easy to kill the gel mother, but I don't really understand how to resolve or understand the other constraints present here. Besides which, apparently I made too many growths? But hang on. That can't be right. I needed to grow another time to push that button. What? And I guess, maybe? No. No, there's no way to cut that, even if I let it grow that much. Okay, I have absolutely no idea what that room wants from me. What's this? All the magician has to do is get a mud baby down the path on the right. Oh, sorry, that was the sun. All the magician has to do is get a mud baby down the path on the right. True, but that may prove to be no simple matter. The mud baby down the path on the right. Okay. But why is this? I'm sure that's not going to be the right thing to do, but just for the sake of trying to understand what the problem is in the first place. Yeah, something like that, but on this side, maybe? guess the idea is to get so many mud babies that you have an entire roof of them up here somehow, like along this, so that when I go to the east they'll all kind of run this way. But I don't really see any way to keep a stable number of them there. Alright, let's see the next set of magic tricks, which is infinite enemies tricks. Well, that sounds like a nightmare. Horde rooms, in other words. The magician must maintain his composure while battling infinitely generated enemies. Horde rooms. Is that big rock golem giant enough going to crush the magician? Well, you had better watch out for all the tar babies, too. It doesn't look good. Okay. And how is the giant relevant? I mean, I guess he exists here. I mean, I could cut the pipeline here to try to understand all that mess below me. Like, what am I even looking at with all this? What is this? Why is this? Okay, so if I kill just one rock giant corner, then I have 3 golems, each of which could theoretically block off one of these doorways long enough for me to go inside and kill the things in here and hit these trapdoors. And then I can totally go off to the right or left here and, I don't know, lure another rock golem in after me. If I start on one of the sides, then I can sort of make a path over toward the right, blocking off the passageway each time I go. So I guess that's what I'm supposed to do. So step 1 is need to get all the guys who have a move order prior to this rock golem here. Okay. Then I go over here, and I await another rock golem. So I assume the biggest problem with this is I'm going to wind up with such an abundance of tar babies at the end that it may be impossible to get through them all. Maybe. It's hard to say. So starting on the west side is kind of the obvious thing to do, in the sense that that's the closest to where you start out that's on one side. But it has a clear problem here. If I start on the west, I might be able to kind of make a mad dash. And what position is that? This is better, but I'm not sure if it's going to actually solve my problem. It seems like they're still coming a bit too quickly to really get past. Yeah. This doesn't quite solve the problem. How many am I spawning anyway? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15. So, like, if they're thick, then I can kill them one per turn, but if they're thin like this, then being in there isn't any better than being up here because of the exact same choke point problem. I'm gonna try this. Maybe being on the west will be beneficial somehow. One of these. There we go. Thought so. Well, this is no good. Okay, this is another problem with being on the west side, which I don't think is an actually solvable problem at all. I mean, once I get to this point, I have no choice but to go on in, deal with this. I mean, I guess I could reopen this here, but that's not going to really help. That's just going to put everyone behind me relative to where I would rather be. And again, I don't have enough rock golems to be of any help. I don't know. What's to the south, I guess? How is the magician supposed to dig to the right when roaches keep coming from the left? That's not a question, that's a period. I don't rightly know, son, but I wouldn't turn my back for long if I were him. Okay. Yeah, okay. There's a goblin here, by the way. I don't know what the purpose of the goblin is, except to be very annoying. There. I can kill the goblin, but I'm about 85% sure that the solution to this room involves somehow magically holding the goblin in place where it's not actually possible to do so. Yeah, okay. I wonder what magic usage this goblin is supposed to have. I wonder what mystical method there is to prevent him from... to use him to prevent the roach horde from being too big. I don't know. Okay. Dad, how can the magician kill all those roaches when he can't even turn? Well, son, he can change the direction of his wand sword by stepping on that spot of ormites in the center of the room. Yeah, okay. I'm sure that unbraining the roaches is a bad idea here. Let's instead just go for the first button I can see here. Play the runaround. This fort is actually pretty generously small, but of course playing the runaround is less workable and you've got a diagonal position. So let's see. The very first thing I should do is rush for an orb. If I don't rush for an orb, then I'm not likely to get it. And if I don't rush for an orb, then it's one more orb I have to press in the process of doing everything else. The optimal place to be when I'm facing, say, southwest is not to the southwest, of course. It's more to the northwest. An orthogonal placement facing is better all around, which is, I imagine, exactly why you're not allowed it whenever I'm trying to actually go after one of the buttons. I saw that it exists on Steam, I guess. I haven't played it or seen any gameplay of it. I don't know enough about it to form a meaningful opinion. Like, I don't even know exactly which Castlevania games they included. Like, if it was just the NES games or what. Now, personally, I've developed a strong disinclination from giving Konami any money whatsoever. So it's not likely that I'll actually play this collection myself. But I don't really know what it is exactly even. Like, is it something like the Sonic collection where they had somebody just sort of put together some ROMs and an emulator? I don't know. Is it some kind of special remaster or something? This is information I just don't have about it. It seems like the reason I was able to get the orb that one time was because I somehow had like this magic timing between spawns where I wouldn't wind up with roaches directly behind me exactly at the moment that I was trying to do something. There we are. If I'm being perfectly honest, and maybe this sounds insane, but I think that the brains are helping me, so I wanted to go back to where that one still existed. I mean, in more ways than just the roaches themselves being brained, but also mainly because the roaches are brained. There we go. That's what I need. That's perfect. I've got 3 out of 4 buttons done now. Like, in theory, pushing any single one of these is exactly the same as pushing any of the others. Or it should be, anyway. I'm just essentially repeating something like the same solution 4 times. Oops. Barring whatever influence the very slight tie-breaking tendencies of Brains has, which I don't think it has much in this room. Seems like the idea is mostly to sort of create this situation where I'm facing the right way and the roaches have kind of just spawned. So the ones, like, they're not spawning as I reach the Ormites, but slightly after that, so that I can kill one of them really quickly and have the other ones relatively far off. Or something like that. Ultimately, I would argue on the side of having 4 of them rather than 2 mostly just makes this room more tedious rather than any harder. I mean, it's taking me probably some thousands more turns to do it, but I don't really feel like I'm accomplishing anything new in the process. I'm just sort of trying to recreate the exact situation that I've already had twice. I can certainly understand the appeal aesthetically of having... That should be good enough. Okay. Of having this symmetry going on here once you've got 2 of them. But I mean, you could have decent symmetry with just having 2 of them that were, you know, diagonally across from each other. And that would work just fine. Sheesh. Really? Really? Does it really have to be designed that way? Really? There is no good reason for me to have to be facing diagonally to kill the stupid queens. Like, there just isn't. Really? Okay, hang on. I can face north and do south, okay? I can do that, and I don't see how I'm supposed to get past that many roaches, but I can do that. Have I not already done enough? Like, seriously. This room is hard enough without having an extra chapter at the end of it. Not to mention more than long enough. Like, you know what? As far as I'm concerned, I have cleared this room, and I'm sick of looking at it. I've solved the essential puzzle of the room like 4 times, and I don't feel like trying it anymore. Dad, I'm scared. I'm gonna close my eyes, okay? Sure, son. I'll tell you when it's over. It should just take a little while, or then again, it could take a long while. Okay. Guess I have to wait around for a roach to get in here. Because of reasons. Reasons which I very much doubt are good ones. Welcome to I literally have 0 options here. What did you want me to do exactly? Like, I have to stand here. I have to wait around for the door to open. Where exactly was my choice in all of this? Basically, my only option here is to stand right here and stab roaches for eternity. I have no idea what this room expects me to be able to do other than that. Okay. What does the X mean? Extra tricks. These are an assortment of tricks magician has crafted just for your enjoyment. I guess that means the magician? I don't know. 1 briar, no sword. How is he gonna kill 2 rock giants barehanded? There is always that briar over there in the corner, I guess. Okay. can't do that either, though. I guess that's good enough. Or not. There. Really? Why didn't it... What? I don't understand why that didn't work the way I thought it would. How am I supposed to get it across there? And I guess I can, like... I don't know. No, I don't see how I have any options here whatsoever. I mean... I can't move that platform anymore, and there's no way to use this platform for this purpose either. So I don't know what exactly is supposed to be possible here. There is definitely no way that I could have removed that platform in the process of killing the first golem either. I don't know. No idea. Snake phobia. Is a magician going to be eaten by the snake? No, I don't think so. Okay. What? I don't know. And it appears to involve snake manipulation, so my inclination is to give up quickly. Checkerboard. It looks like this could get messy. Well, I'm sure the magician has some trick method to make this easy. Well, how is this a problem? There's no mud mother in sight. Actually, what is all this nonsense? What is this, and why is this? Does any of this have a purpose? Why is this here? Why do I want something that closes a door that... What? I have no idea why that exists. still don't understand what the weird long passages are about. It seems like this should work fine as far as getting rid of all the mud goes. So after that, it's entirely just getting this really long-brained snake to decide to go into where I need it to go, as far as I can tell. Or, I don't know, maybe I have to stab it or something to make it small enough that I can still kill it after it finishes killing the brain. Sure is a good thing it's really easy to do that. So I don't know, is this where I need to do this? And then magically manipulate the snake into position from here, I guess? I don't really understand, like, anything about how this is supposed to work. Well, I don't know what this room wants from me. Rocket ship. Is the rocket ship booby-trapped, Dad? It sure is, son. Destroying all the tar will automatically release the deadly briars. So... it doesn't appear to matter that it's a trapped rocket ship. I don't appear to have a choice but to do that. Okay, that was really easy. Why? I don't know. That was really easy. Helper? Son, the stalwart assistant seems to always get in the way, Dad. Don't worry, son. I'm sure the magician will figure something out, though it might be easier if he could just make his assistant disappear. Okay. So, obviously I want to start there or something. I mean, I could make him go longer if this guy runs east, but I don't think that's really very helpful. I assume that the best idea is actually to go west as quickly as possible. Alright, I'm one turn short if I do this. I am several turns short if I do this. I don't know. Oh, wait. No, I'm actually more turns short doing it this way. So yeah, I have no idea. Tricolor tricks and hidden eye tricks. Evil eyes have been placed in precarious locations that only our talented magician would dare approach. Well, that's not really hidden, is it? The birds are moving in the wrong order, Dad. It wouldn't be much of a trick if they were in the right order around what it saw. I don't know what you mean by that, but okay. Okay, I'm just going to automatically not do move order. Why, though? Anyway. That's a funny looking boat, Dad. Sure is, son. I just wonder how he's going to get that roach all the way to the center island. Okay. Well, the first thing I'd like to do is get the roach off the boat, but not dead, so that I can go take care of all these stupid water skippers that are in the way. So... there we go. Kill the water skippers first. Alright, no water skippers. Then I can go get the roach. I don't know, I have the distinct impression that maybe I managed to actually break this room, and if so, I can only be happy about it. Without them, this is a pretty repetitive motion. This exact ring around the rosy thing, a 2x2 obstacle is exactly as much as you need to basically get the roach into basically any relative position to yourself that you need. This provides me with a 2x2 obstacle and basically a situation where I just need to get the roach to be in a certain relative position to me in order to be able to move him and the raft wherever I need him to go. I recently, I don't want to say figured out, because I'm pretty sure I kind of sort of already knew it, and probably everyone else does too. I recently sort of came to understand a little bit better that you essentially need 2 tiles to make a roach stop following you precisely right up against you. I don't know if that made any sense. Like, you need 2 orthogonally adjacent tiles of obstacle to prevent a roach from continuing to be right up against you where you have no choice but to use your sword to kill it. I'm sure the most efficient of solutions to this just sort of somehow magically deals with the water skippers while also doing the roach thing. There we go. He's a bit close. I should probably fix that. Actually, I don't have to. Maybe. Maybe I don't have to fix the closeness problem. Maybe I do, I don't know. This is probably not going to work. Alright, back to here. I need him to be below me, but need to be facing this way, I think. Maybe. Nah. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, probably. I wonder, what does this solution look like? Yep. Oh, wow, okay. The optimal solution involves killing off the skippers first, so there we go. Right. I'd like to view at least one more hold, so I'm going to take a brief look at the remaining level, which I'm sure is going to be a nightmare of some description. The magician will perform tricks involving red, green, and blue. Sure. Dad, this looks like a tricolor mess. True, son, but at least the magician doesn't have to worry of what order the pressure plates are activated in. Okay. So this particular tricolor mess involves guiding a citizen along an arbitrary path through tar stuff. Yeah, okay. The magician's gonna have to be really fast to stop the growths from becoming uncuttable. Sometimes technique is just as important as speed, son. I don't know what that means. Anyway... well, that's the absolute ceiling for how fast I can destroy the mud. And apparently it's not good enough. Oh, okay. How's the magician going to kill the snakes if he can't swing his sword? You got me, but at least it looks like there's a spot in the center of the room where he can hold his sword. Ah, snake magic. Hooray. So you're telling me the magician is going to have to keep switching the room between being conquered and not? Looks like that's the case, son. Scripting. Doors toggle based on room completed status. There may be a one-turn delay. Why scripting? Didn't they have... This is TCB era. Didn't they have green and not... Yeah. Didn't we have green and... What's the word I'm looking for? Did we not already have green doors and open green doors by this point? So... yeah, that. Ah, small problem here. So... Huh. What configuration of tar, mud, and gel is supposed to be able to handle this situation? I don't see any way to make any of these options be cuttable as gel. And I have to only grow one time. Oh, no, I see it. Okay. Wait. There. Okay, maybe not. I'm gonna have to go maybe back and forth through these doors a bit or something. Because both of those need to be tar at the moment. I'll need to sort of recut them so that they can be something else. So at least one of them can be something else. For right now, that should be tar. Right, so now that's capable of being mud. But, this placement of things makes it seem like I can't actually go back, which is a real problem. What exactly am I supposed to be able to do then? I don't, what? What? Like, I don't have any other options but to do exactly what I did to even get past the second one. So that being the case, how am I supposed to get past the third one? Right now, the only thing I can cut as gel is the one that's mud. Maybe a poke in the right direction would be appreciated. Anytime I grow something again, it's going to create a baby, which I can't have happen because then... The room is going to be clear. Oh. Okay. What an utterly bizarre room. Okay, well that's Tricolor Tricks. I did solve a room in it, so that's cool. I find it interesting that throughout this entire hold, Larry Merck chooses to use scrolls to have the description text, and the description text is just a repetition of exactly the name of the level, instead of giving a description like the description that he gave in the scrolls, which is clearly the description he has. Whatever. Let's take a look at this then. Malcolm, Brock, and Dave, Death by Goblins. This takes place in an alternative universe to the Dugan's Dungeon. These are my first levels, so please cut me some slack. Okay. Vithro is at level 1 entrance. Also notice that it cuts off here. Vithro is at the entrance to the Holy Palace, capital P, lowercase h. Little does he know that this cavern will take him to the cliffs. This cavern will take me to the cliffs. Wait. I thought I wasn't supposed to go that way. Hold on. Alrighty, see if you can finish all 5 levels. This one has many rooms. Good luck. Okay. Okay. Alright. Man, he's just not stupid enough. Hold on. There we go. "15th place. Somebody killed him on the entryway within their first 2 turns. Oh no, there are spiders. Usable mimic potion, even. This is quite a pathway. It's almost too bad it's not composed of trapdoors with a red gate at the end. A lucky break for you. Then I could be a bit more efficient. "5th place. Oh dear. I don't know what's oh dear about this. I can basically just stand right here and let him kill himself. Ta-da! I'm only bad with snakes when I have to manipulate them to go some way they don't really want to go. How is this deja vu? I don't know. This is going to be a little bit faster than that. Holding down one key can be useful. I don't have to press the orb until after the room is clear. Oops. Huh. You know, I'm not really sure... Oh, I know what to do. I'm sorry, I keep hitting my mic. Like an idiot. There we go. That's how you hit the orb. No, don't. It's obvious what will happen. It's not obvious to me. What exactly will happen? Nothing? Cool. I mean, I guess that's a reference, but, like, there's nothing happening. Required a little bit of thought. In its original context, it's obvious what will happen was referring to the fact that you were going to be immediately surrounded by monsters, which is not at all the thing that happens in this room when you push the orb. Okay, hello, trapdoor puzzle. How are you doing today? I see. Feeling a bit mindless, are we? Gotta admire the AE style, though. As far as I understand, this is exactly what the architect saw when he built this room and said to himself, "This is perfect. I like this." The snake has taken over the room. Cool. I'm just gonna sit here and wait 7,000 turns for him to bonk himself out of into oblivion. Okay, now he's just going to bonk himself right there. Ta-da! Oh, okay. But it's pretty close, right? What do you have to say? This may take a while. However, get used to checking the end. Checking the end? What? I don't know what that means. I'm just gonna assume I'm supposed to clear this out using a mimic and not worry about it otherwise. Oh. So far, I have encountered maybe 2 goblins, I think, and not in a very deadly position, and I also don't know who any of the 3 people named in the Hold's title are. And I also chose to go north on this really long pathway and level in the entrance, when I had the option to go south and be stuck going that way, because of a force arrow The Force Arrow made me say, hey, I wonder what I missed back there with all the cracked walls. This is making me say, hey, I wonder if that room was the shortcut and I took the long way around. Mildly tedious. Oh. Hi. Cool. We filled a room with brains, guys. Isn't it a great room? Aren't you very proud of us? Also, we made an entrance to this room to where if the player enters wrong, they die. But we didn't give the player any warning whatsoever that that was going to happen. Oh man. This room would be unclearable there, right? Because every brain would double every other brain's. So even though a brain has really low attack, the attack of each individual brain in a brainful room would be like probably whatever max int is in Drawn RPG, I guess, at this point. I would guess that maybe max int is smaller than that. I don't know though. Oh, I can now imagine someone making like a quirky, non-standard RPG level set, where the idea is that every room has too many brains, and your stats are too low to kill anything because of how many brains there are. And the goal is actually to do something like use a mechanism like a bomb or something, or some kind of scripted object to kill all the brains, or most of them, so you can kill things. That was like a 10,000 something combo there? No, 1,053. So I mowed the lawn this morning. That was a very familiar experience to what I did this morning. This isn't too different either. the wrong button. There are spiders. I would have been a little confused and then perhaps checked for spiders if you hadn't told me about it, warned me about the possibility, reminded me of it. Something like that. It's corner spiders, for when you have empty corners and you want spiders in them. Nobody ever really wants that in the real world. Poor taunts. Oh my, why? Have you done everything? Gee, I don't know. Have you? My gosh, it just keeps going. Now, I watch weird video games a fair bit, and it's been repeatedly pointed out by the person who, makes that show, that eyeballs are a really poor projectile weapon. That a monster that's just eyes is actually kind of a weakling, at least if they're anatomically correct eyes. Is there no... I'm trying the room exits and there are none. Okay. Well, I guess I have to go all the way south now. Oh. This potentially poses a problem. Oh, good. Okay. Oh, I see. Alright. You've completed level 1. Well done! Thanks for playing the level. It was made by Seb Hack. Email me at seb-web at hotmail-.com. Cliffs is the second level, slightly harder than the first. This level is also much larger, only 30 squares north and you're through. Okay, I want to know, I have to know, what is this about? Wrong way, stupid. Is this an intentional backtracking issue? Is there literally no way to go back from this room? That's amazing. I still don't see... Where are Malcolm, Brock, and Dave? Shouldn't Beethro have met at least one of them by now? Ow, that was loud. Oh, that scroll, I wonder if he knew when he built this room that that scroll was blocking the brainness. Okay. Alrighty, second level kicks off to a great start. See next room for details. This room has enough details as it is, in my opinion. Okay. Well, I guess the first thing I'll do is just stand here and let the snake bonk itself to death. There's only one way out. Can you spot the knot? I sure do love this. This is a great design. Congrats. First enemies. First enemies? I feel like someone is speaking a language that is not mine. It's not me. These are not the first enemies I've encountered in this level, or hold, or anything, really. Welcome to the room that consists entirely of waiting around for a snake for like 5 minutes. And the snake sticks himself into yet another corner while you're waiting for him to get himself out of the way. Okay. Would you please, dude, stop being a jerk? Thank you. Goodbye. More eyes. So, is this hold art? Does this look like anything? To me, it looks like a bad room with lots of eyes in it. You misspelled the word I in that last post there. Oh hey, I can go to the west. What's in here? You sure? Wrong move. Okay. Sure is a good thing I can restore anytime I want. Oh hey, this is like that room that's like, don't use the alcove, except that they forgot to put the hard part in where using the alcove is actually useful. Wow, that seems mean. Wow, that's even a toggle. I'm amazed. Well done, great job. But I haven't cleared the room yet. Huh. So, oh, okay. I guess I didn't step on that, whatever. I'm just doing this to check out what's with this. Why does this exist? So, so do you mean by and live, do you mean the player living or the player character living? Anyway, so I would guess quite a few, because you could just put a level entrance in the middle of an area where there's like a force arrow pointing outward and a pit circling the player apart from that force arrow. Or heck, just put the player on a platform with a pit around him. Make it so that if the player waits one turn, all the eyes pointed at him all wake up, because he's completely surrounded by them after all. That would maximize it, I think. At the very least, that would get pretty close to the maximum. Huh. Has somebody tested that, or did you just test it? Well, I'm pushing north, but nothing is happening. Okay. That's cool. Hey, there's goblins here. But I can't actually reach them. What do you have to say for yourself? Scared? No. Scared of what? I don't understand what I'm supposed to be scared of. Oh, if you allow yourself decoy potions, then, and I think clones can wake up eyes too, then you can definitely extend that a bit. You can just have a room where the left column is all decoys and one B-throw right here facing east. All the decoys are facing west except for, I don't know, this one. So this decoy is facing east, this decoy is facing east, and all the other decoys are facing west, and the entire remainder of the room is just evil eyes. I think that's probably the hard limit, except for maybe there are some configuration that you could use to wake up to wake all of the eyes in that configuration without using as many decoys, perhaps. So hey, this is a boring maze. Looks to me like I can cut the knot a bit. There we go. Listen up, B-Throw. Only one of these paths is the correct one. Can you get through? I mean, probably. Oops. I guess this is supposed to be the wrong way. Also, oops. Congratulations, you picked the correct one. Oh, okay. You know what? I've come to believe that this level is not going to have a blue door at the end. just gonna move on. Yeah, what do you know? No blue door. In, or is it? Question mark. Cliffs is the second level. Okay, yeah, okay. Cool. I'm guessing that this was supposed to be a test of whether the player paid attention when it said there were 30 rooms, and this isn't the 30th yet. Oh, hey, a goblin. What do you know? We have a goblin in this room. Oh. Cool. Great. Definitely a thing I recommend in architecture to do. A generally wonderful strategy. I love using my future technology to squash terrible rooms. Level 5, Malcolm. What's this? An ancient mazeway buried underneath the tar? I think you forgot to actually bury it underneath the tar. Like, I don't mind, but... To Malcolm. Yeah, I've cleared out this area. Time to go on to the next. I just hope it isn't more goblins. From your pal, Dave. Okay, then. You should be annoyed soon. Oh wait, I don't need to push that one. That was easy. Haha. I mean, yeah, that made a sound, but I don't care. Look carefully. Oops. What am I looking carefully at? How about if I don't try to clear this room either? Ooh, backswiping. If ever it was possible to make a... To Dave, most goblins are already cleared out on this level. What do you think we have to do next? From Malcolm. If it were ever possible, I don't know if it is, to have a character to like put in a new like voice pack for a player character type, and for some reason someone wanted to make one based on me, I think the clip of me saying "woo" backswipe would be a good clear quote. And maybe one of my exasperated sighs from a snake room would be an appropriate death quote. Only 2 of these buttons work. One opens, the other closes. Try to find it soon. You forgot. You forgot the player could move diagonally? Were you ever aware the player could... Anyway, here's the buttons. Cool. To Dave and Malcolm. Darn it, more goblins. I just hope that you actually find this message. I don't think I'll actually be alive when you get here. Brock. Like, you made this elaborate trial and error... I'm not going to call it a puzzle because that's being entirely too generous, but you made a thing, but all you had to do to make your thing meaningful was move the door 1 tile north or extend it. You know how to block off a doorway. Maybe it's an intentional joke? Like, obviously they know how to block off a way because they did it in this room correctly. I don't know. It's just mystified. Oh, is it? That I wasn't aware of. Okay. Again, look carefully. You mean at the fact that there is no green door? Well, this looks like an annoyance. Not too horrible a one, really. Just put these guys in the right places and it'll be fine. So is this genuinely someone's first attempt at a hold or not? You mean it's difficult to clear, right? I can't imagine that you could mean it's difficult to walk past. Okay, seriously. Is this really that hard? And I guess it probably is, actually. Okay, anyway. Let's try this again, but maybe a little bit more effectively. Okay. There. Okay, let's exit first and then worry about getting through. To get through, all I have to do is this. Hey, it's more eyes. And a loud noise. And some broken walls that don't go anywhere. The Void. Oh no, the Void has only has 5 rooms, but they are all quite time-consuming. Go on, Beethro, only 5 rooms. Hey, an actual blue door. Is this one time-consuming? I don't see how it could be. Maybe this isn't one of the 5. So is the line about time-consuming also a joke? Oh, this one's a bit time-consuming. But it's not as bad as half the rooms with lots of useless monsters in them we've seen before. Maybe there's just one that's actually time-consuming and the rest are all, like, intended to give you a false sense of security. They're either looking at each other's backs or the wall, as far as I can tell. Only the longest combo. Come on. Okay. Yeah, that would have been something. Okay, should I mute the game audio, or is having the full experience important to you? I know I'm turning my microphone, I'm turning my speaker down. It's not very hard to install them. I think I actually did it by accident, personally. I also don't know how you can hear the music over this. I was mainly just offering to turn down the volume during this room, where this is a thing that's happening. It keeps going. Okay, they're gone. 1008. Okay, what's to the east? It says Drod. And there's a goblin in here. Okay. Let's see. So by my estimate, it would be most optimal to do this, then this, then kill the resulting monsters here. For all the having dozens and dozens of monsters thing, for all the kind of maximum possible monsters in a room that this hole does, I still don't think a single room in this hole is as time-consuming as that horrific Yeah, the one, the Horde room with the Ormites in the last hold, where you can only turn if you were on Ormites. That one. I think that not a single room in this hold is still as time-consuming as that. I guess I could have been invisible throughout that room. No reason to, though. Lava. The lava will claim Beethro. With it is brains and it is oil, Beethro will find the 10 rooms hard to conquer. Beethro starts in a weirdly awkward position here. I imagine so. Why does this exist? Oh, let's push him into a room entrance. I guess. Maybe this would be easier to push him up into that corner? I don't know. Yeah, that seems... Nope, he's gonna decide arbitrarily to go the wrong way all of a sudden. That's great. Why won't you go west when I am west of you? There. Sheesh. I sure do love waiting around for a snake. I wonder whether I'm even making progress here. Let's see, 1, 2... I might not be. Alright, maybe there's a better way to do this? Like pushing the queens out or something? Yeah, this might work better. Perhaps. I don't know. Lovely. This is slowly drifting into the really obnoxious territory, I think. Or maybe not so slowly. Maybe we just want to push the queens all the way out to the outer edges. Because they can't spawn much if they're all the way out here. Alright, they're spawning practically nothing right now, so that's good. This is probably going to be the last room for the day, but I'll feel gratified if I can complete it anyway. Oh yeah. Somebody didn't put in any checkpoints, eh? Probably not. I will say, I think Brainlord, or the original idea for it, may have come from some really lazy room and just trying to make it interesting for myself. Or maybe that's a complete confabulation, I don't know. Oh yeah, this room exists. Okay. Given the presence of this room, I'm probably just going to quit for today. So, yeah. that is Magic Show 2 and Malcolm Brock and Dave Death by Goblins. I guess that's enough for today. Yeah, thank you for watching. Have a good rest of the week, weekend, and so on. Farewell for now.